Hey guys, welcome back to episode 2 of my survival world. So today, we're going to be collecting materials. And it sounds pretty boring. I hope it's not going to be boring, specifically for me. It'll probably be more interesting for you guys. But I literally have like 2 pages of materials I need for my upcoming build. And this is only part of the materials. It's not even like the small amounts. But yeah, let's go check out what we need. So over here in the end, you'll see this big sphere that I built and showed in the last episode, in the world tour. And it's actually much cooler to look at out here. Look at that, that's crazy. Just a big sphere. I just realized I didn't show that in the world tour. That's my enderman farm, I don't use it. But over here, we're going to be transforming this into a Jurassic Park themed area, kind of. I mean, not really, I just like to think of it like that, because I'm going to have sniffers and camels, and sniffers are ancient mobs, you know, dinosaurs, so that's the plan. So I've been gathering materials over here, and I've just kind of been getting like the broad stuff, some oak, leaves, and wood, and I've got all this laid out. But I finally got a list of every single material I need, and I'm going to put that up on screen now. And, you know, my favorite part of that is the almost 18,500 shulker boxes of water buckets. I think I'm going to use 2, and that's going to fill up the area to, like, I don't know, like, there. But enough babbling, I need to start collecting resources. So I think I'm not gonna start with the water because I already got it right there. And I forgot to record a transition, so I'm gonna go collect some materials. So during this time lapse, I wanted to talk about some of the data packs as well as mods that I use for my world. And some people might say, "Oh, you're cheating," oh, whatever. But, you know, it's a single player world, and I'm doing what I want. So I just wanted to tell you all the things that I have in my world, just in case you want to use them, and I'll put them in the description as well. So I use the timber data pack, which just instantly cuts down trees, as well as more mob heads, wandering trades, so they give you little tiny blocks of certain things. Cauldron concrete, which just gives me concrete from concrete powder if I throw it into a cauldron. Anti-enderman grief, armor statues, double shulker shells, and bat membranes, so I get phantom membranes from bats, and it disables phantoms. And in terms of mods, I use freecam, litematica, replaymod, and tweakeroo for my survival world, and then I use worldedit to build some of my creations, like this one, in creative. And in terms of adding new mods, I'm all for that. Matter of fact, I'm looking for like a boosted rails mod. I can't find one for like 1.20, but I really want one so I can use my underground rail system, and it would be worthwhile, but right now it isn't. So anything that just doesn't like impact the gameplay seriously, like I'm more than willing to add, and I don't really care. But if you have any suggestions or you want to use these, they'll be in the link in the description. So see you back in the video. So after collecting materials for over 3 hours, I am now bored to tears, and I'm going to do something that's going to bore me just as much, and that is starting work on the build by placing in all the water. I'm predicting this is going to take, I don't know, like 2 or 3 hours, but we'll see. So I forgot to mention that this build that I'm building, in terms of the ocean part, I want it to be all water source blocks. And in order to do that with the circular shape and the giant end island in the middle, I'm going to have to go through layer by layer placing in the water, which is going to suck because it's going to be a lot of placing, or grabbing water buckets, placing the water buckets, and I can't stack them. I thought about using ice, but I would have to go out and collect like hundreds of thousands of ice, and I'm like, nah, I'm not going to do that. So I'm just going with the water buckets, but it's going to take forever now that I'm thinking about it. I hope it doesn't take more than 2 hours, maybe 3 at the max, like I said before, but I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so it's been probably like 3 hours, somewhere around there, and I am nowhere near done. This is such a long process. I thought it would be over a lot quicker than it was. But, you know, I'm just grinding it out, watching YouTube, listening to music, all that good stuff. But yeah, let's take a look at the process. Progress. I guess the best place would be to look outside. I'm kind of working on one side. It is like the major side right now. But what's that? To like level 20. It needs to be up to level around 50. So we're almost halfway on the level. It's not actually halfway, but whatever. Yeah, that's where we're at. Very specific amount. That much. Yeah. Okay, so an update. I'm almost done. Not really. I'm very much kidding. I have like all this left to do. All this left to do. All this left to do. Yeah, I'm just working on a small part right now. Like, I stopped with this big old part. But yeah, we're getting it done. I will continue with this. Alright, so I would say I'm about probably 2/3 of the way done. This is all I got done right now. Got the entire bottom filled, obviously. But it goes all the way up to here, just right below this little block thing. I don't know. It needs to be, I believe, to this block. I'm not 100% sure because I'm not there yet. But I've been working for 5.5 hours. I've actually made this book here. And I'm going to put all the statistics of the end island. And so I got 17 hours on the glass dome with just a little bit of glass. And 5.5 hours right now on the water. And that's how many source blocks will be in the thing. And then in terms of statistics, with actually like how many I've placed, used a water bucket 25,000 times and an empty one 26, almost 27,000 times. So yeah, that's what I've done, but I think I'm going to end it here just for this episode so I can get it out. And I will see you guys in the next episode where I'll probably have this done. And then we can move on to actually building something interesting. So, see you guys later. And just one last thing before I head off, actually. This mega build I'm making, it doesn't have a name right now, and it needs a catchy name. It's based on Jurassic World and Jurassic Park, but I just need something that stands out. Right now, all I can think of is Jurassic Block, and it's a sphere, so it doesn't even really make sense. But, you know, if you can think of a catchy name, you know, please just leave it down in the comments. Thank you. Later. Goodbye. Now. Later. Yeah.